Hello traders, Fernando Xavier one more time, and this is going to be a very quick video where I'm going to show you 3 points so you can ask yourself and reflect if the Forex market is manipulated or not. Because I realized that some traders still do not believe that the market is being manipulated by a few group of traders, a few institutions and banks. And I'm going to make these points, show them these points so they can reflect and think about for a minute. The first thing is, everyone knows that uh, in the market, 95% of traders are losing money. Did you ever ask yourself why? Or did you ever ask yourself, is it normal? Of course not. It's not normal that almost all the traders in the world, I'm talking about almost every trader in the world from the 10 million traders in all over the world, it's not normal they are making mistakes and they are taking wrong positions. There is no reasonable explanation for this unless you realize and conclude that this happens because they are induced to mistake by the market manipulation. They are inducing the traders to take wrong positions on purpose to take their money. And believe me, if only 5% of traders are making money, that's because they are taking the money from the 95%, and that's a huge amount of money. The manipulation works and it's been working for a long period. The point is, do you understand how they do it? Second point, news release. Let me show you something very, very cool here. This week we had several impact news release, and one of them was the interest rate decision here on pound. The forecast was 0.75% and the actual 0.75% as well. Conclusion here, no market surprise because the forecast and the actual are the same. We should expect no volatility, no agitation, no big deal, no big moves in the chart. Let's see what happened. This is pound, August 1st, no big deal, no big moves, everything normal. This is what we expect on the news release, that the forecast is the same of the actual, there is no surprise, and blah blah blah. However, in the same week, one day before, we had the interest rate decision of the US dollar. Forecast 2.25 here, and actual 2.25. Well, the same situation of the pound. No market surprise, no agitation. We suppose not to find any volatility in the charts because there is no agitation and blah blah blah. Let's see what happened. This is July 31 and whoa, this is when the news release occurred. Almost 80 pips of drop. Can you tell me why? If we had the same situation of the pound, of course not. You cannot answer me unless you realize that they use the news release to manipulate the market according to their needs. They use the news release to move the price in such a way they're not allowed in normal situation. The news release are excuse they have. I can give you several millions of examples in the same manner where the price goes against the number of the news release. For sure, someone will find some explanation on the Trump's tweet, on the, I don't know, Steve Jobs statement and whatever. They will find some explanation. But the truth is, they use the news release to manipulate the price. And if you're not convinced yet, take a look at this. Market sentiment. Some of you for sure already used some indicator that shows you the market sentiment. For me and for my students, this indicator serves only to show what you should not do. Let's see. Here on this blue line, we have the percentage of traders that are buying Euro USD. At this point, we have almost 8% of traders buying. And on the other hand, we have a downtrend. How is it possible? How is it even possible if everyone is buying? 8% of traders in the world are buying? How can we have a downtrend? Can you explain me? No, unless you consider that those 8% of traders were induced to buy because the institutions, the market makers, the bankers, the dealers, the big players, call them the way you want to call them, they induced those 8% of buy because they want to sell. And they drop the price, taking everyone's money. Another example, choose one, whatever, USDJPY. The same thing. Everyone here is selling and we have an uptrend. How is it possible? Here, almost 8% of traders are buying and we have a downtrend. How is it possible? How is it even possible? How is it even possible? It's not possible. Can you explain me why? The only reason for this is that they manipulate the market, inducing everyone to make mistakes. That's the only possible situation. The big deal here is, do you know how they do it? Do you know how they trap the traders and know how they move the price in certain way to make you believe in what they want you to believe? That's what I teach to my students. And if you really want to understand how the market is manipulated, please contact me so I can help you with this. Well, traders, I hope I can help you somehow in order to understand this. And please reflect and think on these points and ask yourself, is the market manipulated or not? Thank you.